Coucou les puces. So today, time for another product regret, unfortunately. I don't know if you could technically call it a product regret because I didn't pay for it, but it's something I put on my face and a couple times to test it out and made me feel like I wish I hadn't because it left me in a really bad mood. What we are talking about today is the Stay Flawless 16-hour primer from Benefit. I got a really big goodie bag sample from Murale back home when I went to buy some skincare, and so a bunch of the stuff that I'm testing out for you guys came from that bag, which is exciting. But this is a little primer that came out a little while ago. Looking here on Sephora, it says that it's $38 for the full size. The full size you get 0.54 ounces. I can't see how big this one is, but it's quite a bit smaller than the full size. It's one of those primers that you twist up like so. So you do get a decent amount in this sample. It is just smaller than the full size. And it's sort of in this pinky, I hope you can tell, kind of coloring. And even when it goes on the face, I'm trying to do a little swatch. It goes on, it's pretty close to my skin tone, so you can't really see it. But it is sort of like a lightish, pinky, champagne-y color that by the time you blend into the skin, does blend. It's not noticeable, at least not on yeah, see, I'm going to say it not let's backtrack. Once it blends into the skin, it loses that coloring to it, if that makes sense. And I think the reason that it has a little bit of color to it initially is because you do have to be very vigilant about blending this in very efficiently. So the problem with this guy is you have to work in very small patches and blend as you go. So it is a little bit tacky as it goes on. It almost felt like a glue stick on my skin. The smell is a little bit chemically, but not too bad. And then I just used my fingers to blend everything out, and it blended out okay, but again, it was tacky, and I underestimated how quickly I had to blend, because as you will see in the next clip, this is what my makeup looked like about 6 hours I want to say, after wear, and it's just patchy, and it literally looks like I've taken it, like it made me feel like I'd taken it and put it in certain parts of my face, and so my makeup was only sticking to those parts of my face. I hope, again, that the clip is doing it justice. I tried to film it 2 to 3 times because I was worried. My ring light sometimes gives a false sense of things being a little bit more airbrushed than they are, but it's not what I'm wearing today because I could not physically put it on my face one more day. Like, I just, after wearing it twice out, I felt so self-conscious, and it just made me really upset to put it anywhere near my face that I had to just stop. I think the trick with this guy, if you have it and you want to make it work, or you're curious about it and you want to try it, is just very small areas at a time and blend very, very quickly and very comprehensively almost. And I think if you are going to wear your makeup for a very long time, or maybe you don't have the skin type that lets makeup stick to your face very efficiently, this might be sort of like a super glue for your makeup, but just be careful with how well you're blending it, if that makes sense. Again, I hate, even in my regrets videos, I hate bashing a product because makeup is great and that's something that works for everyone. Just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. Sometimes if I feel very strongly about something, I know that it's going to be a biased review, so I'd rather call it a regret than to label it a review. So those are my 2 cents about this guy. It was not my favorite. I do have a foundation. The foundation I have on today is one I like, but I also have a primer on today that I didn't really like, that I'll hopefully be talking to you guys about next week, so stay tuned for that. But again, like I said, this is discussion, so let's respectfully down in the comment section talk about whether you've tried it, you've liked it, you haven't liked it, application tips, all that kind of good stuff. Yes. So yeah, I'm just going to do 3 points of positivity and I will be done. My first point of positivity is discovering how amazing croissants are. Croissant, you know, the moon-shaped pastries. I knew they were good, it's just I don't think we had any very good, my English is not making sense, bakeries back home. And so now that I'm here, I've just discovered a bunch of amazing bakeries that have just been changing my life. And I just love it. Even like plain croissants just make me very happy. And yeah, so that's definitely been the first thing making me smile. The second thing making me smile is hanging out with some people at school. I had a hard time with my undergrad. I think we've talked about this before, like bonding with people. I just am not a very outgoing person generally. Obviously I've grown and I've changed, and I wouldn't be here if I wasn't at least a little outgoing. But that, coupled with the fact that I've got really lucky and got a really good group of people in my cohort, it's been fun hanging out with them and like talking geeky and I don't know, feel like you can commiserate. You know, with anything you're going through in life, be it with your family, and having people to commiserate there, or friends, or work, or whatever, it's nice for people to be going through what you're going through and you can vent with them about it, if that makes sense. So that's been really nice. And then my third point of positivity is a really lazy Sunday I had. So I'm filming this on Sunday, and this is the first time I've gotten dressed up, and as you can see, it's dark out, or as you can sort of tell, it's dark out. Lazy days where you can just sort of reboot, I mean, everything. So I've been very, very grateful for that. As always, let me know what has been making you smile down in that comment section. I want to send you guys tons of love. Thank you ever so much for being here, and as always, I can never leave you without reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.